Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff's new promotion, Real American Freestyle, has only sold 380 tickets so far to its debut show in Cleveland. The arena seats over 13,000. So, yeah, man, this was a big-time flop. And I do feel bad for them, but Hulk Hogan looks so dumb on the Ariel Helwani show. They overestimated the appeal and the draw of freestyle and like amateur wrestling. They didn't do enough time to give it enough time, rather, and they didn't do enough to hype it up. I didn't see about it. They didn't get enough like wrestlers. I mean, man, they got Ben Askren and praying for him, and he got a double lung transplant. So shout him out, man. What a goat. Hopefully he pulls through. A double lung transplant. That's crazy, man. So, you know, they got Ben Askren, but where's like some of these other wrestlers and names that you could get involved in this? And I just think they overshot it. And again, they should have started small and worked their way up and not tried to, like, you know, good production goes a long way. There's a reason why Dana White gets away with, he invites celebrities to these power slap events and influencers, and then the production of it looks like UFC levels. So you're like, oh, you know, this is he's presenting something, you know. Now, when you have a shoot, now I think power slap's dumb. We're going to show some clips and talk about that in a bit. But, you know, when you have something that's a shoot, brother, like amateur wrestling, you want to present it in a way that I just didn't hear any buzz or hype, or like do a YouTube show. Why are none of these companies doing YouTube shows, man? Like MLW, you see these smaller companies doing it. If you got the budget and you're booking 13,000 billion, do a YouTube show and just pack like 300 in a place and make it look cool. Look at that. Karate Combat's doing that. Come on, man. But I'm not all over them. It was freestyle wrestling. What did anybody expect? We're going to hear Dave Meltzer's thoughts on that later on tonight. Busted open. I bursted out laughing, and I'm not laughing at anyone's demise. I'm not trying to do like these guys are pieces of, but you guys are going to pop for this. This is ludicrous. So this goes up from Sirius XM Busted Open, right? Recently, XM, they've done some big moves. They got rid of Greg Opie Hughes, who's just the worst anyways, so who cares? And then Jim Norton, they got rid of him. And then they let Sam Roberts, who is Jim Norton's co-host, who was an intern for Opie and Anthony. He worked his way up. Now he's got his own show. And he works with WWE. You guys know Sam Roberts, right? And he's got his own show on Sirius. But like all the talented people are gone. And I think they're giving Howard Stern like hundreds of millions still. And I mean, he's just become a shell of himself, hack. But one thing that's successful on Sirius is Busted Open. If you guys don't know, Busted Open's incredibly popular. I'm sure you all know that. You know, they say this is a moment that will live forever. The dawning of Busted Open 24/7. Right? So there's a new Busted Open 24/7. Let's hear what David LaGreca has to say about it. And I promise the payoff to this, you guys are going to pop.
We did it. 24/7. It's official. Beginning July 1st, next Tuesday, we are going to be 24/7. You guys asked for it. You had the hashtag trending. We've been working on this for 16 years since this show debuted April 28th, 2009. One voice, 1 hour, once a week. And now we have grown to a 24/7.
And shout out Busted Open. Like, congrats. Round of applause to them, and wrestling being popular, like more popular again in general. Round of applause for them.
Channel. History made right here because of you, the Busted Open Nation. Because of the nation, and because you guys wanted more, SiriusXM is giving you more. And this new channel is not only for the nation, it's called The Nation.
Move to the music, play the music, move it to the music, yeah, let's get it out.
Wrestling Nation 24/7 starts July 1st. We named it after you. Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7.
Fuck yeah, and they hired some people, gave some people some new shows. I'm excited for them on that front. Hire me. No, I'm too blue. as the old kids would say. I guess old kids. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. But listen, RJ Clifford drops this. So on the same day, like a few hours later. So RJ Clifford MMA writes, after nearly 15 years, today will be my last show on Sirius XM radio. I don't mean to laugh. I'm so sorry. RJ Clifford, I'm not laughing at you, bro. The company is turning Fight Nation into a pro wrestling channel. It's going to be called Pro Wrestling Nation for the Busted Open Nation. It was already called Fight Nation, and they just took over Fight Nation. They turned it into a pro wrestling channel, replacing all MMA and boxing programs. 15 years is a long time in one place, especially in this business, and I'm grateful to have had a unique platform to force my opinions on others. SiriusXM really did put together one hell of an MMA team. Just look at the list of people I've co-hosted with. So many MMA broadcasting careers were launched by cutting their teeth at Sirius. There's never a perfect time to lose a show, but I'm lucky to have a few oars in the water. Yeah, so shout him out, and hopefully he lands on his feet.
We did it.
But it's so funny. We're the Busted Open Nation. They just replaced Fight Nation, dude. And now Fight Nation's completely gone. And then this list of names like Michael Bisping, AJ Hawk, Misha Tate, Anthony Smith, Alan Jobin, Dean Thomas, Angela Hill, Dan Hardy, Sean O'Connell, Jordan Breen, RIP, Luke Thomas, Jimmy Smith, Ryan McKinnell, Andreas Hale, and more. Right? Like there's a lot of people now not getting work. So the pro wrestling replacing the MMA. I mean, I'm a fan of both, so I'm not mad at that, but kind of funny how he's like, yay, and then this guy's like, oh man, I just got fired after 15 years. And then LaGreca's like 13 years of grinding. He just took over their station, and now it's Busted Open Nation. Holy shit. It's going to be called The Nation. They're just rebranding it. Busted Open gets more listens than Fight Nation, so we'll just do a quick switch. Hey, can you guys have one MMA show on your 24/7 Busted Open Nation? Boom. That's how they remedy that. You know what I mean? So
are you sure about that?
Did that pop you, chat? I thought that was kind of funny. I don't know. The final Forbidden Door has been unlocked. The fans asked for it. Mistico showed up in MLW. This is what the fans asked for. He's getting really over, man. And I'm telling you, MLW does better shit with CMLL than AEW does. And also MJF showed up and attacked him. So now AEW is going to try and wheeze the juice off MLW here, which is unfortunate because, like, Alex Hammerstone, what the fuck? Unless they put him and MJF and Wardlow in that faction or whatever, then what the fuck?
Yeah. Nueva York!
So MJF dressed like the villain in 2K. We are mutiny. Just nothing original ever. Oh yeah, mutiny's coming out. No, I get it. I get what MLW's doing. They have their Contra faction and all that shit, but I'm just saying, man, how many like, oh, we're all wearing black and look like the Shield fucking factions are there in wrestling, bro? But Contra's dope. I didn't mean, I love Cruel, and Contra's like over. Keep doing what you're doing with them, but everyone else chill. Dark State chill, okay? So I think in the Gauntlet Battle Royal or whatever, it's crazy. So that, yeah, like why wouldn't Tony even try and get Mistico versus MJF for his All-In show, like a rematch or something, if there's so much heat? It's kind of wild, man. It's really wild how it's just like MJF might be in this Battle Royal at All-In. So he beats down Mistico.
listen to me real quick.
Oh yeah, well you're holding your little tiny dick, haha, right? And he's fat. Oh, you're not fat, but like you will be. It's always some shit like that. It's always got to holding your little balls in your hands and playing the 5-knuckle shuffle. Hi, Cena. Like it's always some shit like that with MJF. And then they're chanting, holy shit, bro. You're the fucking heel. Tell them to shut up. So yeah, holy shit. Wait till you see what I do to him next time. Like, God, I miss like classic fucking heels, dude. Sorry, I don't mean to bitch, but
I ain't through with you yet, boy. Not by a long shot.
that's racialist. That's racialist. You can't call him boy.
We're gonna wrestle again, and when we do, I am going to beat you within an inch of your life. And that's after I'm done making a mockery of your country, your countrymen, and your company, CMLL.
And see, here's the thing, too. They're relying on MJF being this, like, fuck Mexico type thing. It's so backwards. It's so backwards. WWE's, like, celebrating it. This is, like, the Attitude Era approach to it, you know? AEW's doing that, and people might go, oh, come on now, Phil, JBL's over there. Yeah, but he's over there. He's in AAA. He's not on WWE doing the same shit, and that's the problem, is that people are going to expect you, like AEW sickos are going to be like, oh, well, MJF jumped Mistico and MLW and said this. And then what is he even saying? Just the same old, like, yeah, I love America type thing. And then he's with Lashley and them. It's just so fucking, it's just irking me, man, how bad the build to this All In's been.
Listen!
And I know this maybe is this part of it. I don't know. Like if Mistico eliminates MJF from the Battle Royal or whatever the fuck, and then they continue their feud along and shit, certainly, because he's saying when we fight again, well, where are you guys fighting? Is it at All In? Or does Mistico run out and fuck you out of this match and you fight it All In? Because if not, like, what's going on? There's heat behind this. Tony Khan, what are you just like? What are you doing with it? It's just crazy.
Puta madre, cabrón! Listen! Because my name is Maxwell!
Okay, yeah, the cool. I'm so tired of cool heel guys. Fucking tired of it. Anyways, and that's in WWE too. I'm just being honest. So the Skyscrapers, something I'm not tired of. Fucking awesome name. This is a throwback team for sure. This is a throwback team. And Dijak and Bishop Dyer, Dijak and Dyer, Baron Corbin are the new MLW World Tag Champions. I fucking love this pairing, and I love this.
Insane power. Watch this. Rubito has no idea. Dyer's not the legal man anymore. Death Valley driver. Dijak number 10. Lucha. My God!
The commentary just yells Lucha. What?
New tag team champion.
Here are your winners.
Yeah, this is a great team. Get that gear. Well, no, it is matching. Yeah, just one dude's got the white trim. So just get that gear on point and just let them have a hearty, healthy reign with these belts. Bishop, you don't need to do the fucking Death Valley either. You could end of days them into the moonsault, or you could whatever. But I hope what they do is establish a few different ways they can finish people with, you know, like, okay, Death Valley to moonsault, that's one. And then we have like the end of days into the fucking, or the whatever into the end of days or whatever the fuck, you know, show us a few. Like, don't just rely on one, on that being your finish every time. And then I think you have a real throwback big dude tag team. And this is good for MLW, man. Like, these are two names, dude. They know how to work too. Like, MLW. And you have Dyer on Busted Open, like plugging this shit, you know, the Skyscrapers too. Like, what a good name.
Whoa, tag team champions.
And like, how tall are these dudes, right? Like 6'6", let's say. And it's like 6'7", maybe. Corbin, is he like 6'7"? Whatever. Either way, you'd have to be like a 6'10", 7 foot, 6'11" dude to be a skyscraper back in the day. But it's funny how now, like, you're 6'6", that skyscraper, you know?
Bishop Dyer and Donovan Dijak, the Skyscraper!
And Dyer and Dijak, or Dijak and Dyer, like, either way, rolls off the tongue. It's just a cool fucking team. I like this team. I'm marking out for it.
St. Laurent is absolutely tag.
Yeah, I love that shit right there. So good on them. MLW cooking, brother. So speaking of cooking, man, Hollywood Haley J. Now, she was on that Netflix show, Wrestlers. She was supposed to, she got an NXT tryout, but she didn't show up for whatever reason, right? She got in trouble for smoking blunts and shit. And she just lives on her own. She's making money, but she could make a lot more. She's got the skill and the talent, but she got offered to do this power slap shit. Shotzi Blackheart revealed that she got offered to do power slap as well. Now, was this before or right after her release? I don't know, because after they already announced the pro wrestler power slap, Shotzi, that's when her contract came up, or she was released or whatever. So I believe it was a contract expiry in Shotzi's case. So it's interesting because what have I been talking about? Oh, hey, what's to stop them from offering a WWE? Omos, hey, we'll give you fucking 6 figures to power slap someone. You know, what's to stop them realistically from going to a WWE guy? And what's to stop a WWE talent from doing that? TKO's gonna be like, no, you can't do that. Like, they're not using people, or an ex WWE guy like Strowman or whatever. So I don't know if they approached Shotzi while she was under contract. That would have been wild. And she turned it down. And it would have been crazy if WWE was open to letting her do that. However, Hollywood Haley J slaps the shit out of this lady. And this was incredible. And she was one of the people, her and Zicky Dice, I'm like, you guys actually have talent and a gimmick and a future. Don't fucking do this. You know, like Zicky Dice, you could just go be a rock star. You don't even have to be a wrestler. Don't do this, brother. Don't slap. Like, this is crazy. Well, Hollywood said, you know what, Phil? I'm going to slap the shit out of a motherfucker. So let's take a look. She was like, oh, really, dude? Because I'm about to fucking show you what I'm able to do in power slaps. Let's take a look at her. She's the blonde with the pink here in the blue.
Yeah! Two.
Got this, Haley.
This is the dumbest shit ever. Dropped her though. Watch one more time. Slaps the shit out her.
Got this, Haley.
But here's the thing, man. If she's, I'm not saying there's a lot of money to make in this, but if she talks enough shit, like, she could get a shot at like Paige Van Zandt in power slap, and that, who knows, maybe she could get a bag for that. Maybe to her, she's like, look, I made as much money as I'd have made doing a weekend of shows, and I just get hit in the face once. Like, I'm used to getting fucking rocked from being slammed on my back. I don't know. You'd have to ask her. I think this shit is dumb as fuck, and she's just wearing chucks, like slapping the shit out of another lady. This lady got rocked up, man, and again, dude, I try to give this power slap shit a chance. I just really can't. I just really, really can't. I don't know. Like, I did watch the first couple events to give it a fair shake, but it's just not for me. And I'll watch a clip. Okay, if Zicky Dice gets up here and starches a dude or gets starched, like, yeah, I'll watch it and we'll bring it on the show. But I mean, I don't know if this is worth it. It for sure. Like, how much money did this lady make to get knocked out there and get CTE damage and shit? Like, probably not a lot. Maybe $3,000 to show up and 3 if she won. Probably not even that much. Because how they do it is like MMA. You get a show, you get your show money to show up, and then you get a win bonus. And that's how most, like, MMA's starting to kind of get away from that. Like, a lot of fighters still are that, especially the young ones on the come up. But some fighters are now, like, if you have a name, you're Rose Namajunas, you're able to just like, okay, I get $300K flat, win or lose. And then, like, win, I get $150K bonus if I get a finish or something, you know? Like, they'll work out stuff like that. But in power slap, Dana's got it set up like old school UFC, where it's like 1,000 to show, 1,000 if you win. You know, you could get an eardrum popped, get your jaw broken, get a broken orbital. You get fucking KO'd like that for what? Like $3,000 if you're lucky. You know, I just don't know if that's worth it. Here's another instance of power slap. Here's Ronda Rousey, WWE Hall of Famer, soon to be. My prediction is she's in this next year's class. Don't ask me why I'm predicting that. Just remember that Phil don't miss. But yeah, I think this year could be it for her, or the one after, I believe, right? So she went into the UFC Hall of Fame in 2018. And so I know TKO is going to want to get her into the WWE one probably this year, guys. Okay. Anyways, so here's how she reacted to some other dude getting starched. And look at how she's like laughing at it. This is a woman who really fought, did pro wrestling. And to her, she's like embarrassed, like, oh my God, I can't even watch how dumb this is. This is Ronda Rousey. Like, she got in a cage and fought and was in the Olympics and fucking did WWE where she's pretending to fight. And she's like embarrassment laughing at how stupid this shit is, right?
1, 2.
Oh, and his head hit the table. Get the tables. Oh, by God, King. Oh, my God. Look at her face, too. He took a head bump off the table. Dude, wow. This is craziness, man. And he's got the Hulk Hogan fucking stash, dude. That's how we do, Jack. That's what we do, brother.
One, 2.
I'm like, what happens when that table pushes someone's nose up in their head or something? Like, the whole concept's fucking so stupid. The whole concept's dumb. It's just a stupid fucking concept altogether.
1.
And his head hit the table. Like, the most vicious part was him slam. So it's not just you get slapped. You get your head slammed on a table. Then it jars on the floor backwards. And it's fucking craziness. But yeah, shout out Ronda Rousey. And again, it's so weird that Dana White would be like, hey, do you want to come out to this event? When in her memoir, she's talking about the CTE and all this stuff. However, the UFC did help her facilitate. Like, they do have the best neurological people studying all this shit and everything. And they, Diego Sanchez went through that where like his coach was like, we need all of his background stuff for CTE. And then they were like, we're not going to fight him if you're worried about that. You can't like say that, you have brain damage. We won't fight you and shit, and they've helped her facilitate all that info. And I think she'll be in the Hall of Fame sooner or later. And again, she's got to promote like her movie that's going to be coming out and all of this stuff. So she's going to do the rounds, and she's very close with like people at TKO and Dana White in particular. I know there's some sour grapes from her time in WWE, but Triple H was so high on her that I think that they will put that aside because it's a big name to induct into the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? So I think that's definitely a move that will happen sooner than later. I would say I'm probably right about that. So Bischoff is shredded at 70. So here's Bischoff flexing with DDP, some DDPY power cuff action going on here.
I've never had a pump like this, bro. Look at you. This is awesome.
Shredded her at 70, the 90% of the IWC.
That is awesome. Thank you so much. I don't even recognize me.
And of course, he's on all the fucking TRT and all the shit you can be on. But I mean, that's what you do when you're older these days. You know what I'm saying? But he's shreddied up, man. Good for him. And shout out DDPY or whatever he calls it these days. That shit is really, really good. I recommend everybody do that shit. Former WWE star Elena Black, FK Cora Jade, defeated Brittany Brooks to win the AWF Women's Championship. This marked her first title win since her WWE departure. Yeah, good for her. Winning a title outside of the federation. That's what seems to happen. So speaking of winning titles, Zack Sabre Jr. Won at the IWGP title at New Japan Tanajam. Yeah, so this is Sonal, friend of the show. She made a reaction video to it, and yeah, he won the world title there in New Japan. Some people were asking, did this guy go too far? So his name is Joe Alonzo, and he shaved this 6-year-old child's head on an indie show, and people were like, is this going too far? You guys let me know.
Sit in the chair.
I think it works if the kid's into it, man. I mean, Sandman's kid did a whole fucking angle. Yeah, I mean, he's selling it at least. Selling better than fucking, I won't even say it. You guys already know. So here's a crazy spot that happened at a wrestling show. That's wild. Hopefully no one's hurt too badly after that. And lastly, Maven took his first hit in 20 plus years. It must be the ganja. It's the marijuana. That's I'm so high. It must be the Henny that has gotten in me. Whatever's got into me, I don't mind. Right? So, yeah, Maven takes 2 hits and passes to the left because the right way's wrong there, folks. And him and RVD toke one up.
You want in on it, dude? You know what? It's been over 20 years since I took a hit. But you know what? I'm in your home. I've always been told that when you're in someone's home and they offer,
you do as they do.
Absolutely. It's rude if you don't.
Well, I know it's on a lot of people's bucket lists. You know,
I guarantee you a lot of people are going to be envious of this.
Well, yeah, let's see how you do with some RVD weed.
That's smooth.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never been someone to push it on people. It's weird when people do that. Come on, hit. That's how I started. Yeah. It was actually my 21st birthday, and I was in Jamaica on a wrestling tour. One night, I caught myself in rotation in one of the cabanas, didn't even realize that they're passing the DB around. It comes to me, and I'm like, I don't want that. These guys, Jimmy, hit it, you fucking prima donna, hit it. Everyone else in the room fucking hit it. It's not gonna kill you. Just fucking hit it. Quit being a fucking pussy. It was like one of those dudes, and I was just like, so I hit it 2 times, and then I found myself just staring at the wall.
Yeah.
And I was so paranoid because they're already picking on me, give me a hard time. And I'm just like, fuck, they're going to notice I'm just staring at the wall. They're going to fucking call me an asshole.
You do start getting paranoid.
Inside, I'm getting paranoid. And I'm like, dude, turn your fucking head, look at the TV. It's right over there. But I was like so into the stare, and I was like, and then I'm like, fuck, this isn't cool. What am I doing? And then Slinker, the guy that gave me the name Rob Von Down, he was like, you all right, kid? Huh? Yeah, I'm fine. TV, got it. You're done.
Everybody's got their first getting 2 stoned story or first time getting stoned. Because for some people, it don't work right away. You gotta hit it like 10 times or 5 times, 3 times, whatever. Like separate days before it hits you or whatever. But yeah, we don't condone nothing like that. Unless it's in Minecraft, the Perry Pack, right? But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Miscellaneous News. Round of applause for Miscellaneous News.